This is $1,500, and let's say I wanted to make a large purchase. Let's say I wanted to purchase the iPhone 14 Pro, wherever it came out, and the cost of that phone is going to be, let's say, $1,200. This means that I either have to have this money up front to pay for this phone, or I can go in debt. But if I had a method where I could actually split the payments or split this large payment into, let's say, 3 or 4 smaller payments, and I could also actually pay for this in a matter of weeks, and as a bonus I could do this without getting charged any interest. This is something that I would definitely use, and this is something that I think you would definitely like to use for your purchases as well. So with that said, in this video I want to talk about a no credit check method in which you can actually go out there and purchase stuff from your favorite stores or from your favorite online marketplaces, and you now have the option to split those payments or split that one big payment into multiple smaller payments. If you manage this well, you won't pay any interest on these purchases. Now, previously on this channel, I've talked about the PayPal credit, which is something that you can use, and they'll do a credit check on you and you have access to a credit line with PayPal. However, a lot of people don't want to pull their credit, or you don't want somebody to do a hard credit pull on you for every purchase. And at the same time, if you have the option to make a large purchase and then split the payments over weeks without paying any interest, and you're doing it without dinging your credit, then that would be a really good solution. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the PayPal Pay in 4 feature, how it works, and how you can actually use it to your advantage. I'll talk about all the pros and of course the cons, and that way by the end of this video you guys will have an idea of if this is something that you should be using or if you need to be looking for a different solution. Now guys, if you're new to the channel and this is the first time you're coming across here and seeing me, my name is Ian, and on this channel I talk about ways to make money, ways to save money, ways to invest your money. I talk about bank accounts, credit cards, and just about everything to do with personal finance. So if you like these videos and you like these types of topics, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. It's 100% free, it won't cost you anything. Also, be sure to subscribe with the notifications on, and that way you never miss any of the future updates of when I post new videos on this channel. Also, if you guys ever want to talk to me one-on-one, you can find me on Instagram. The link is down below in the description. And let's now get into the PayPal Pay in 4. Now, PayPal Pay in 4 is a interest-free microloan that PayPal provides. Now, I'm saying microloan because there is a limit here, and there is a lower limit and also a upper limit. So you can use the PayPal Pay in 4 feature, but only if you're making a purchase that is $30 or above, or $1,500 or below. So anywhere between $30 all the way up to $1,500, you can use the PayPal Pay in 4 feature. So if you're making a purchase and it's, let's say, $28 or $29.99, then it wouldn't qualify. And if you're making a purchase and it's $1,501 or $1,600, then it wouldn't qualify as well. Now, I think this is still good because most of the usual purchases or usual larger purchases that people make will be between $30 to $1,500. So for example, if you want to replace your cell phone and you want to pay for it outright, the cost of a new one may be $1,000 depending on what phone you want to purchase. If you want to replace, let's say, your washer or your dryer or maybe even your refrigerator, it may be just around $1,300 to $1,500. And if you want to replace any other appliances in your home or any furniture, let's say your sofa or even your bed, I can see that being $1,000 to $1,500 or thereabout. So I think that this is actually a really good enough microloan that is going to be useful to a lot of people. Now, earlier on in this video, I mentioned that there's no credit check required to get the PayPal Pay in 4, and this is a hard credit check. So they won't pull your credit or ding your credit score by doing a hard credit pull, but they will do a soft credit check. And for those of you who don't know, a soft credit check is them taking a look at your credit score, but not doing a hard pull. So it has absolutely no effect on your credit score, and that way they can have an idea on if you are a trustworthy enough individual to give this microloan to or not. Now, they still have to do this credit check or this soft credit pull because PayPal is actually backing this microloan. So what they'll do is, if you want to purchase, let's say, an iPhone and it costs $1,000, they're actually going to pay the merchant that $1,000 up front, and then PayPal, they're going to allow you to pay them back in 4 payments. So that would be 4 payments of $250. You can stretch that out over about 2 months in this example. So each payment or each installment of this payment is due every 2 weeks. So you have around 2 months to pay this off. And once you pay it off in full, you make all the payments. You won't be charged any interest. Now, if you're wondering, how do you actually get approved for PayPal Pay in 4? It's actually not something that you have to apply for. All you have to do is to simply go to one of these online stores or somewhere that PayPal is accepted, which is almost everywhere these days. And there are literally millions of online stores that you can use PayPal Pay in 4 or the PayPal Pay in 4 feature at. So for example, let's say you go to Best Buy and you want to buy an iPhone. All you have to do is to select the item that you want to buy, just as you would normally do with any other item. So you want to add it to your cart and then you want to hit the checkout button. Then all you have to do from here is you select PayPal checkout, and then if you are eligible, or if you're in a country where this is eligible, or if your purchase is within the limits or the price range, then you'll see the Pay Later button with the PayPal logo, and then you'll hit that, and then you'll have to sign into your PayPal account. Now, once you log into your PayPal account, you'll actually see the price of the item, and you'll see any credit cards that you have in your PayPal account or your PayPal balance. And then from here, you want to scroll all the way to the end of the page, or almost at the end of the page, and then you'll see the Pay Later option with Pay in 4, and that way you can choose it, and it will actually tell you 4 interest-free payments of whatever amount due every 2 weeks. So for example, I just went into Best Buy and I selected, I think, iPhone 6 or 7 for $249, just to show you guys how this works. And now it's telling me that if I select the Pay in 4 option, this means that PayPal will actually pay for the phone up front. They'll pay the entire cost. It will get shipped to me, and then all I have to do is to make 4 payments interest-free of $66.88 every 2 weeks starting today. Now guys, before we go any further in this video, I want to mention today's video sponsor, which is Outlashwear, the best place for you to find blanks for your t-shirt business. They have a collection of blank t-shirts that you can use for your t-shirt business, and they have them in all different colors, sizes, and even entire family sets. So you can get t-shirts for anyone, the sizes ranging from kids all the way up to adults. They have just about every color you could think of in stock, and they also have really good prices comparable to that of China wholesalers. But as a plus, they are located here in the US, so you won't have to wait weeks or months to get your shipments of blank t-shirts for your t-shirt business. And I'll leave a link down below in the description to the store. So if you're already in the t-shirt game, or you're just getting started out, you're starting your own t-shirt business right now, and you need blank t-shirts, be sure to check them out. And with that said, let's get back to PayPal Pay in 4. So using the PayPal Pay in 4 feature is that simple. There's nothing complicated here. You don't have to apply for it. You don't have to run your credit. You don't really have to do anything. All you have to do is to go to the retailer and purchase, or make the purchase as you normally would. And then once you get to the payment section, you select PayPal Pay in 4. It will break down all the details and give you all the info that you need to make that purchase. So the first payment is actually due instantly. So even though PayPal is going to pay the entire amount upfront for you for that item, they're going to request that you make the first payment as a deposit. And in this case, in my example here, the first payment is $66.88. So I'm going to have to make that payment right now, today. And then in 2 weeks from now, I'll make a second payment of $66.88. And then 2 weeks after, I'll make the third payment. And then 2 weeks after that, I'll make the fourth payment. And that is the final payment. And once I do this and I make all the payments, I won't be charged any interest. And I'm free to go and reuse the service as many times as I want to. Now, again, there's no sign-up fees. You don't have to sign up for anything. All you need to do is have a PayPal account. And by the way, guys, if you don't have a PayPal account, it's free to create. And then secondly, there's no interest payments. They're not going to charge you any interest once you actually make the payments that you agreed to making. And thirdly, they'll do a soft credit check, which means there's no ding on your credit report. Now, this will not show up on your credit history, and it's not going to hurt your credit score in any way. Now, another good thing that I like about the PayPal Pay in 4 feature is that you don't actually have to go out there and you don't have to manually make the payments every 2 weeks. Once you actually agree to this, you'll use the credit card that you have in PayPal, or if you don't have a credit card, you can link your credit card to your PayPal account. And what they do is they'll charge you the first installment today when you make the purchase, and then for the other 3 installments or the other 3 payments that you'll need to make, they'll actually deduct that amount from the credit card that you have linked to your account. Now, this is good because that way there's no real way for you to actually mess this up and mess with the payments. So it's like a set it and forget it feature. You just have to go there, make the purchase, you agree to make the 4 installment payments, and then that's it. You get the item up front, it's shipped to you, and then you can make 4 smaller payments, and you don't even have to remember anything about this. So if you were looking for a personal loan to take care of, let's say, some unexpected expenses, let's say you have some major expense at home or with your car or something else, and you need $500, $1,000, $1,500, and you actually need that money to make a purchase. If you actually find that store online, or you can make the purchase online, you can check out using the PayPal Pay in 4 feature. You don't have to have all the money up front. You can make 4 payments every 2 weeks. And as always, guys, I give you the pros and cons of everything that I review here on this channel. And so I really love this feature from PayPal. I really like it. I think it's a very useful feature. I think it's actually going to be useful to a lot of people. And secondly, if you're thinking, or if you want to know, yes, you can pay this off early. You don't have to wait until the end, or you don't have to actually wait to make the payments every 2 weeks. If you, for example, purchase something today and then next week you have the money to pay it off, you can actually make a one-time big lump sum payment and pay this off, or the entire thing at once. And then moving into the cons that I found here is that PayPal doesn't really, or I couldn't really find that much information on what would happen, or the interest rate that you would be charged, or the fees that you would be charged if you missed any of the payments. So if your credit card gets expired, or you unlink your credit card from your PayPal account and PayPal isn't able to pull that money to make the payments, then I'm not really sure what the interest rate or what the fees would be at that point in time. But what I can say is, as long as you have a good credit card that's not going to be expiring soon, and you're also not going to unlink your credit card from your PayPal account, this is still a really good feature to use. So I want you guys to comment down below and let me know if you've ever used the PayPal Pay in 4 feature before, or if you haven't, let me know if you'll be using this now. I know I'll definitely be using it a lot. And with that said, if you guys ever want to talk to me one-on-one, you can message me on Instagram. Link is down below in the description. If you like the video and you like this type of content, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe with the notifications on, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.